Alright, so this video, we're going to need you to think about your position, and we're going to be talking about how to do a throw-in, how to do a goal kick, and how to press the goal kick. Homework will be explaining exactly what you have to do for each situation. We're going to first break down the throw-in, okay? And we did it at training anyway. So have a look at the problem here and why it's a problem. So number one, have a look. We got the winger taking the throw-in. No, who should take the throw-in? Closest defender should be taking that throw-in. Okay. Then the furthest defender should be dropping really far away. So we look to throw it really far. It's not going to reach, but then it's going to bounce to their feet. So it's really easy to control and look to switch. In order to switch this ball, we need our furthest winger far out over here, stretching the pitch. Okay, so closest defender take the throw. Furthest defender drop off really far away so you can receive in time and space. Because if you receive now, who are you with? A defender, a striker, no bueno. Drop off really far. Winger, here, I need you to come all the way out here. Now, where do we need the winger to go? So remember, the defender's taking the throw. Where does the winger go? He goes really far down the line. Think back to the training session with the throw-ins. Do I start close and then go cuddle the person who's throwing the ball? No. Okay. Start far away, then push your defender off the way, nudge his chest backwards, send him out the way, and then come to receive at your feet. Meeting the ball, calling for that ball. Okay. Where does the midfielder go? Sideways of the ball. Okay, so pretty much where our winger is at the moment. So at the moment, our midfielder's here. No bueno. We want our midfielder in line with the ball, kind of where our winger is. Okay. So we got winger nice and high down the line. We got midfielder sideways of the ball. We got defender really far backwards down the line. Okay, towards our own goal. So backwards supporting behind the ball. So now you can see I can go forward. I can go backwards. I can go sideways. But I also need my striker diagonally towards the goal. Okay, so it's not a straight line. That's a straight line. This is a straight line. This is a straight line. I want a diagonal line to my striker. Okay, does that make sense? We got striker diagonally towards the goal, from the throw-in, winger, furthest winger, midfield, furthest defender, and who takes the throw? Closest defender. Now remember, we're trying to find the furthest winger. We're trying to get this person who's in space. Because the throw-in's here, all the defenders are here. So it's about when we receive, can we look to hit the ball into the space so this winger can run onto the goal. Okay. And remember, meeting the ball, what can I do? I can then quickly turn on the ball, drive, score, put 3 balls in. Same with the midfielder. I can come meet the ball. As it gets thrown to me, I can quickly turn out and play. No problem. I can also look to bounce the ball back to the player so that then the thrower can then hit it to the other winger. That could be an option. It's harder because you have to have a good first touch. So remember, I'm coming to meet the ball. Okay, it's thrown. I can bounce it back first time to Caden. To the thrower who can knock it over to the furthest winger. Or you can control the ball, hold it up, maybe do a dummy, maybe just lay it back off to the person that you see. Options are endless. But really don't be scared to do the one where you turn on the ball. There's going to be so many times where you come meet it, defender follows, it gets thrown over your head or even to your chest or even your foot, and you just bang, turn on the ball. We practice 100 times. But remember, we can also go backwards if he's free and switch out. If you get the ball midfielder, look to switch out. Okay. Winger, if you get it down the line, look to switch the ball to the winger as a cross. Same with the striker. If you get the ball striker, you can turn, but there's going to be a defender. Maybe you can beat him. Maybe you lay it off to the other winger. Okay. That's the goal. Alright, playing out from the goal kick. Okay. Really important. The next piece of learning is defenders. I need your brains on and realizing and analyzing. Is there one pressing player or is there 2 or 3 pressing players? Okay, if there's one, We need to cheat by going higher up on the box, and you can suss the situation. There's no one here. You could even go higher, but generally there'll be a winger here. But this is for your own understanding, so you can see, can I receive here and still be safe and take my first touch forward and drive into the space? If so, absolutely do it. But at the same time, you have to realize, if this player's here and the other winger's pressing here, what's the problem with standing here to receive? Because by the time you receive that ball, he's gone from here to here and stole it. Okay, but if he's down here and there's only one here, you can easily receive the ball higher and look to go forward. Okay, look to receive. I'll see if I can find a better example, just because this winger is nowhere. Alright, here we go. Are you ready? Have a listen to this. Make sure we are paying full attention to this. I can't stand us playing bad football. And you're going to see that some very small changes are going to completely change how good you guys play as a team. It's very simple. Okay, cool. So, once again, remember, if there's only one player pressing, you can cheat by going on these corners as a good reference point. Okay. But if this player, the winger, is starting here and you receive the ball here, by the time you get it, he's gone and scored it. Okay, so you have to analyze defenders and goalkeeper, because everyone needs to talk to each other. If there's one defender, get high up on the edge of the box, on the wide area, so you can receive, look forward, play forward to winger, striker, midfielder, or even just play it back to the goalkeeper. Because by the time you receive it, he's going to run this way, and you go back to him, out the other way. Happy days. Okay. Now, let's look at everybody else. Issue with this Quan is that you've gone too early and you're not wide enough. When I say wide as humanly possible, it means that you should be touching the cones, touching the white dots, or if there's a line, you're on the white lines. So start even wider for me, because the wider you get, the more he's going to have to creep over a little bit. And every meter is massive. If he takes an extra meter this way, changes the whole game for us. And I'll explain how. So pay attention. So, have a look. Alright, cool. So, because you haven't gone the extra meter, he's comfortable standing here. He knows if the ball goes to you, he's close enough to get to you. Okay. And because he's standing here, he's also comfortable knowing if we play through, he's going to get it. But, Quan and wingers, if you go the extra 2-3 meters, that means he has to go the extra 2-3 meters. Next minute, anyone with a leg can kick through this gap. But now it's quite hard to get through this gap. It's very, very hard because these guys are closing this gap down. So every meter matters. Get as wide as humanly possible on the pitch. I can't stress it enough. Okay. Now, midfielder, Bobby. At the moment, are you an option? This goes for anyone that plays midfield. I can't play to you. You should think about anyone that has the ball should be able to easily play your feet. Your job as the midfielder is to support every single player who has the ball. And that means you're going to have to get close so it's easy to pass to you. So right now, Cash can't find you, nor are you wanting to get the ball. Issue number one. Okay. Now, perfect. As soon as we see that ball is going to the winger, we know Quan has to bounce in the middle. We know that's how we play. So, Bobby, can he find you? He can't. So, it's really important that we make sure that we are in more of this position and we're looking to get the ball of Cash. As we see the ball goes out wide, I must get closer, not behind the defender here, not back here. I want to split the difference between these two players so I can receive in the gap to receive, so I can bounce my striker or turn out, switch out to my winger or drive the ball, but then find the pass. So if Quan and any winger can't find you with their first touch, he should be able to pass you with one touch, not even need to control the ball. If you're not there, that's the issue. So that's your guide. If you're a midfielder and the winger's about to receive the ball, you should be calling for it so he doesn't even need a controller, he can pass you. Sure, he's allowed to control it, but you should be in a position where he can pass to you right away. That's midfielder. Really important, sort that out. Striker. If we draw a straight line down the pitch, let's rewind 2 seconds. So remember the rules that we have for you. We just given the midfielder rule. 1 second. We've given the midfielder rule, which is be somewhere where any person on the ball can pass you with their first touch. Winger had a rule. Get as wide as humanly possible and don't clog up the middle because we're trying to create space for the striker. Now, striker, here's your rule, okay, because it's super important. Right now, if I draw a straight line down the pitch, are you in line with the ball? No. So in order for Cash to find you, he has to beat this player. He also must beat this player. Kind of, not really. But still, as soon as that ball's passed, he'll take half a step and steal it. So I need you to think about, can you find the straight pass? Well, remember, every meter counts in football. It's massive. It's whether they intercept the ball or not intercept the ball. So we need you to make a run to get in line with the ball so a straight pass can go straight to you. Okay. Really important. And doesn't matter who has the ball. This is just a general rule. So now, goes to the winger. Straight away, recognize the defender is no longer having the ball. You have eyes and you can guess who's about to receive the ball. So you have to make a run to do what? To get in line straight pass. So you must then point and scream for this pass down the line. Because this, not helpful. Can't find you, doesn't work, you're blocked. But that down the line, easy to pass. You drive down here, you can receive, you can then drive down the line or receive and bounce back to the midfield or the winger coming in. Endless options. But just do the rule and then I can teach you more advanced stuff. But if we don't do the basic rule, then we can't do anything. If you do these basic rules and we've made it as simple as possible to understand, then everything changes and suddenly you're playing as a team and then we can learn more advanced stuff. Similar to basic 101 was defender, drop off for your goalkeeper. Now they've learnt that. Now we're leveling up that knowledge and going, cool. Yes, we can drop off far away from the defenders, but if there's only one striker, we can push up higher. But until we learn the bare basics positioning and bare basic rules, we can't learn the next steps of football. So you need to learn this now. Not in a couple months. Not a couple months to figure out how to be in line with the ball. Not a couple months, Bobby, to be in a position to receive first time. And Kwan and all my wingers. This goes for all players in these positions. And wingers learn to get as wide as humanly possible. And defenders learn to either... Well, one, I'll get to you guys soon. Okay. So, learn this ASAP. Like, yesterday we need to learn this. Wingers, get as wide as possible on the line. Midfielder, be in a position where anyone can pass you with their first pass, with their first touch. So that means we cannot hide behind players. We cannot be too far away, because then with my first touch, I can't pass you. It's too hard. Be in a position where it's so easy for me to just pass you with my first touch. Striker, whoever has the ball, be in a position so there's a straight line. If this guy has the ball, be in a position where there's a straight line to you. Okay. Defenders, now your turn. Your rule is, wherever the ball is, both of you need to be on that side of the pitch. So the ball's here. Harry, I need you on this side of the pitch. Need you. Because as soon as we lose it, dribble, goal, you're a million miles away. Can't help anyone. So as soon as, and this is what it means, anticipate. You're looking at Ryder. You can see his whole body language is coming this way. Start shuffling over. Okay, because we might lose it. And if we lose it, we need you to cover. Okay, but it also means you could have got the ball here, no problem. That's an option. There's a miles of space if Bobby's not doing it. Harry, why couldn't you get the ball? Could be an option. Okay, but just remember the rule. Let's see how this plays out for a little bit. So here, once again, how nice would it be if I could just slip this through to my midfielder and see you later. So this is what I mean. Such simple changes go from us being a scrappy schoolyard team, okay, to being professional bowlers, being able to play as a team and looking really good. It's not massive changes. It's just be somewhere that can pass you the first touch. It's really simple stuff. And as another rule, defenders, really important. If a winger has the ball, I like how you're being brave, Cash, no problem. And you're trying to look for the 1-2, no problem. But we want to all play as a team and let's all do our own job properly. Okay, so here, rule for you defenders is, if a winger has the ball, can the closest one be vertically under the ball? So after you pass the Cash, could you drop here and get vertically under the ball so you can receive and play through to the midfield or switch out? Okay, so the closest defender to the winger needs to support under. The other one needs to come over and cover and kind of be diagonally next to your other teammate. So the two defenders need to be close to each other. The one that's closest to the ball, support your winger under, and the other one comes over to the same side as the pitch. Let's see how this plays out. So Cash has done brilliant here, and you can see how the straight pass to the striker is always easy. I can play straight line because it's easy to pass straight. And then Aussie make that run straight down the line. Cool. And you can do that every single time a winger has the ball. Run down the line and receive this straight pass down the line to our striker. And then our winger can become the striker. Our other winger can run in. Bobby can run in. And we look for early crosses and early runs. All right. Time to get to pressing a goal kick. All right. Awesome. Let's have a look at these goal kicks. Oh, 1 second. What's happening? So, this is the last most crucial part of playing football is how to defend, how to press the goal kick. 1 sec. So, not too bad at all. It's actually quite a good setup. Okay. The only thing I'd say here is Quan. You don't need to be so far back, especially if you see the body language of this. As soon as you see this, we all know where this person's passing. We just know it. You're smart enough to know, okay, his whole body language, his legs swinging this way. So as soon as we see that, we can start gambling, creeping forward. Because we can gather that he might think about switching the ball. Okay. However, Raphael, if you see the ball coming to your side, you know, just mark your play because the striker presses the ball. Okay, so let's see how this plays out. Stop and start it. Good. So as soon as you see this happen, Quan, I don't want you marking goal side anymore. Okay. The striker needs to put a lot of pressure on the ball. Ideally, don't let them switch, but most importantly, don't let them dribble past you and win the ball. Okay. Just make sure when marking players, guys, we don't need to be super close, touch tight. We can be 1 or 2 steps away. Same with you, Nate. Just 1 or 2 steps away. Just so it just makes this pass look quite dangerous. And if you're 1 or 2 steps this way, guys, if he does pass through, you can intercept it. But if he played it through nice and quickly now, you actually wouldn't be able to get the ball. If you're just 1 or 2 steps away from your player, you'll be close enough to block any through balls. But also, if they do pass at their feet, it's only 1 or 2 steps. You can get there and tackle on their first touch. Don't let people control the ball. Look at them, have a picnic, tackle them as they're controlling. Because that's the most vulnerable position. Their head's down. They're trying to make sure they don't have a bad touch. You steal it. Okay, cool. Let's continue. And also, one more thing, Harry. With this situation, mark side on. We have cover behind us, no problem. So you can look to gamble more and go, if any passes come in, you're going to be on the side so you can get in front, steal it, go score. Okay, and if somehow he turns and beats you, at least there's cash behind you, so we're still safe. So one player marks next to him, ready to intercept. One covers behind in case they knock it over your head. Okay. Okay, brilliant. Great example. Love this. So, we know it's gone one side. So, Quan, you're now thinking about, okay, they might potentially switch. Raphael's thinking, cool, it's on my side. I mark my player. Body language should be recognized. The whole world knows what this is happening. What's going on? They're going to switch the ball. Look at his body language. He knows he can't go forward. Caden's blocked him. He's going to switch. So at that point, you would have gone from here, Quan, to here to try to win this ball. But we started too far back. So just make sure, wingers, if the ball's on the opposite side, keep creeping up. And then if you fully see him facing and looking at pass, commit, sprint, pick off the pass. Okay. However, of course, if Quan goes, this play is free. And he may get beat. Quan might not get there, or he might fumble around and he might get beat 1v1. So my two defenders need to realize, okay, Quan's left his man, and now there's a free player. Fortunately, there's two of you and two of them. So now it's the case of both of you are looking to mark on the inside of both of these players. Okay, so then if the ball does somehow go to there, that closest defender would go press. Okay, or somehow it goes back to this player, the closest player would press. Okay, rewind that and listen to that again, but I'll go through it. So, we now know the ball's getting switched. So the furthest winger should already be way higher by this point. And now once you see body language is switching, you would go commit and try to steal that ball. And now this play is free because Quan, the winger, has gone. Two defenders, Harry, Cash, or Vinny. You now need to think about, he's free. Cash, you not need to go over here now. Okay, and think about marking this player. Remember, on the inside, a few steps away, I don't need you holding his hand. But Harry and Cash, you can then defend on the inside of both of these players. So then if it goes to this player, one goes, one covers. Or if it goes to this player, one would go and one would cover behind. Okay. Wingers. If for whatever reason they don't switch the ball and Caden gets beat and they start going forward, well then they're going forward and they're not switching. So would the winger need to press this player anymore? Or do you need to come back and mark the winger? Well, if they're not switching, there's no switch to pick off. They're going forward, that means you have to go back to your winger. Okay? Make sense? Do you see how it makes Caden have to run everywhere? It's really hard. Alright, well that's it. Do that, learn that, write down exactly what you have to do for your position, for throw-in, for our goal kick, for the opposition goal kick. Okay?